Well, hello everybody, hello everybody, hello everybody. I hope everybody is doing good in this beautiful evening. I really apologize, guys, about yesterday, about the day before yesterday as well. Um, as I've updated the group that I quite had some few matters to attend to. In as much as I can wish to always have a session with you guys most of the time, but it just gets to where it's really uncomfortable for me because some home situations put us into a space where it's kind of like impossible to maneuver around. So I'm really grateful that everybody is here. So today, guys, as you know, it's actually FX Code Andy Psychology Fridays Day. So as we just like doing it on a Sunday doesn't mean the main purpose of it will not be fulfilled. We're still going to be fulfilled, and I'm excited for everybody. But bear in mind, even still tomorrow, we're going to be doing the FX Gold and the market breakdown so that we are able to profit every time in the market or look at setups the same way or kind of like brief ourselves on setups and all of that. So I can see I have my people on screens. Hi everybody, hi everybody. I can see Uvaldo, I can see Unjabulo, I can see Shiandre, I can see Spesihle, I can see Locus, I can see Ufente, Mongali. So I can see you in Kaya or Kaya, I don't know how to pronounce it. I can see you having some J's over there, maybe. You puffing some high puffs for sure. And then I can see Oti Monati. I can see everybody. Redwood. I can see you guys. Roy Gulheme. I hope Rui. Is it Rui or Roy? I'm not sure, but possibly I'll get it right one day. Yeah, I can see everybody. Anthony. I can see Ezo Zuna. I can see Mohau. I can see everybody's just showing themselves right now. That's crazy, man. That's crazy. I can see everybody, guys. I can see y'all, man. I just keep going everybody to everybody's name. Nah, I just can't go to everybody's name, but I can see y'all. All right, getting straight to business. Getting straight to business. You know, the best way to make the job more easier is by asking questions. So I'm gonna be selecting quite a few people. And bear in mind, guys, don't want to be selected for the sake of that you want to engage into a conversation with me. Only engage if it has to do with your psychology. This is us limiting the time of like people who have questions that are relatable to psychology. As we all know that Forex trading is only 90% psychological and 10% on the basic. If you know your basics, if you know you buy low, you sell high, if you know your trend lines, patterns, and all of that, then you can win. But psychologically, you need to be stable in order to grow accounts. There's a difference between knowing how to trade and growing an account. And growing an account is being able to manage your psychology than your basics. So knowing how to trade is basically you knowing your trend lines, your patterns, and all that you best to know. So in selection, I'm not gonna repeat people I chose last time. So I must start. Okay, can I get a round of hands to see how many people are willing to ask psychologically related questions? Can I get hands? Because this session is Psychology Fridays. You might have something that people quite experienced, and we might get to help you guys with what's happening. Okay, I can see hands. Lolu, I think I chose you last week. So to be fair enough, I'll see if the request of hands is a lot. If it's not, I'll choose you. But if it is, then I'll have to skip you. Sorry, sir. I'll probably choose you again somewhere next week. All right. I'ma unmute Tsemonati. Tsemonati kapa Tsemonati. I'm not quite sure, but I just actually.
Hey,
How are you?
Tera.
I'm chilled. How are you, sir?
I'm good. I'm good. Thanks. Yeah.
I'll be chilling. So, how can we help you today?
Malaya, this last week was just a long week.
Yeah.
So basically, got into the group on I think
Yes, sir.
early Monday, and
Yes,
then
sir.
had my account ready, deposited all I think it was like 200 rand, just so I can get the feel and everything, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So Monday, I think I made $50. Tuesday made profit as well. Wednesday profit. Thursday made profit. I think I was sitting on like 400 rand. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
in total. So basically, I doubled the account.
Yes,
Then
sir.
I don't know what got into me, but then Friday was just another day. It was all gone. It was all gone. I
You
think
know,
I'm like left with like $60 in the accounts.
yeah. If there's
So yeah.
honesty, I'm gonna ask you two questions. Probably. So, why do you trade on Fridays?
Sorry.
Why do you trade on Fridays?
Come again.
Why do you trade on Fridays?
At the moment, I didn't have at the moment they like I don't have a kind of a set of rules whereby on this day I don't trade or this day I trade. So basically what happens is that I would trade whenever I see a good setup whereby my three laws applicable on that certain trade, then I would trade it regardless of where I am, what
Okay.
regardless of what day it is. I mean,
Okay, let me help you then. So, number one, I feel like what hits you is over excitement. That's number one. Number two, it might be proper risk management. Number three, it might be over trade. If you can make money and then lose it out of one day or lose it all, it shows the risk appetite out of excitement that you have. It might be that after you took that account to the hugest amount, you started thinking you can increase your lot size or you can increase the number of trades that you take. One thing that I'd advise you to do psychologically, don't close your mic. Don't mute yourself. I want to be able to have a conversation.
okay, I
Okay.
think it did that automatically. So,
Okay, no problem. So it's number one, when you win, it's I think you probably increase the number of trades that you have, or
yeah, I did.
you over risk. So the advice to that is that the main part in trading is as much as you take losses as fun, is the same way you need to take your wins. You don't let your wins
Okay.
get to your head, but let your wins get to the heart. When your wins get to the heart, you actually appreciate what you were given. But when they get to your head, it's actually
Okay.
you accepting what you were given, but still wanting more. For an example, if you meet a girlfriend or any girl that you like, right? As you meet the girl that you like,
Okay.
if you like them by your head but not from the heart, the mentality will be to play with them, right? You would wanna probably sleep with them and then leave them, or probably you would wanna do something dodgy to them and then after let them go. But if you approach
Yeah.
a girl with the mentality of approaching a woman with the heart, it's you showing love, it's you showing care, and all of that. This means you're gonna be stuck with it for good. It's the same way as
Yeah.
profit. After making a certain type of profit, take it by your heart and say, I appreciate and let it go. Because one thing, if you take your wins into head, you're gonna keep blowing accounts time and again, but you won't be able to notice what's making it wrong. Because the honest truth is, it's not easy to grow an account, but it's easy to lose it. It's the same thing
Yeah.
as growing yourself takes 5 years, but falling takes 5 minutes.
Yeah. Yeah. It's true. It's true.
So
Yeah.
have a discipline. And number one, and another thing, I didn't like it when you said you are just starting, you don't have rules. You can never succeed into trading if you don't have rules. But let your first rule be discipline. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, I appreciate it, sir. Stay safe. Corona is real.
Thanks a lot, man. Thanks.
Okay, coming to the next hand, Rui Gil Herme. Probably it's in Afrikaans. I'm not sure. Rui. Can you unmute yourself, sir? I've asked you to unmute.
Yes. Hello.
How are you, sir?
Yeah, I'm okay now. I'm okay. What about you and all the team?
I'm good, sir. We all good.
Can you hear me, please?
First, before anything, can you kindly spell your not spell, but say your name and surname?
Yeah. My name is Rui Guilherme. Actually, you were so close to pronounce it well. It's a, let's say, Portuguese name. I'm calling or speaking from Maputo, Mozambique.
Oh,
so
okay.
It's normal for you not to pronounce it well. As I also struggle to spell to pronounce some South African names. It's normal, so don't worry about that. Okay. Or you can call me also RG. It's okay.
Okay, no problem, sir. What can you do for you?
So you know what? Yeah, actually, I was going through that thing. You know what? First of all, I'm happy to join this FS Gold team.
Yes, sir.
And so far, I'm happy. This is my second week, and let me be honest with you. In these 2 weeks, I think that I'm improved more than the last 3 months actually. So it's a very good team, and I'm sure I will renew my fees for next month. So going straight to my question is, you know, one of my struggles as a, let's say, a beginner, it's not only to block the account, to blow the account, but also to manage that, you know, the feeling on my side when I blow, because you know, I'm happy when I win, but I can't manage when I blow. You see, so and from the last explanation, I feel like, okay, I'm also having problems with let's say money management and again for overtrade, because when I'm winning, I'm like, yeah, I'm the king. I know that I'm not, but I feel like a king. Then I increase the lot size and then I put more trades. So I hate it now. But anyway, and overall, what is your kind of shoot on this and how you can help me? And maybe this is also a problem from other colleagues. So let's take from there.
Okay. If I understand your question properly, you asking me how to deal with losses.
Yeah, first to avoid the losses, and then if happens, because the market is not the same every day, how to manage it, because it's painful for me, you see.
Okay, then ask your questions properly, because you're confusing me now. I'm not sure if you're asking me how to manage trades or any losses, or how to deal with losses. Which one are you asking?
Both of them.
Both.
Well.
Okay, straight fact. When it comes to trade management has to do with you placing your stop loss, right? If you only subscribe to mentorship, I'd advise you to also get the course. That's one thing that's going to teach you how to be able to maneuver around trade management. Trade management is when you are able to know what happens within your trade and how to deal with it. For an example, buying low or selling high. Let me just using the buying trend. In the buying trend, I will use a charting stock for me to be able to place a trade. For in case the market wants to retrace, it won't be able to trace me out, or rather trigger me out of the trade before it actually goes to my direction. So trade management has to do with, if you are in profits, you are able to move your stop loss above or below entry in order to secure profits, not to return profits back to the market unnecessarily. But the stop loss is there to cut your losses short. Because there's people who are able to endure losses, but there's some who are not able to endure losses. According to how I'm listening to you right now, you sound like a person who probably doesn't actually use the stop loss quite often. That's why when you lose, you get a lot of losing trade or you lose big. And that leads to you actually not having a discipline towards losing trades. So what triggers losing trade? Losing trade is triggered by a bad experience on the previous trade. If you were to lose, if you lost on a previous trade, it creates a bad experience that when you need to go to the next, you'd be scared. And when you go to the next and then it's in losses, you won't be able to manage it to a point that it's going to end up messing around with your psychology. How does it mess around with the psychology? You end up being you end up being a chart zombie. You're always looking at the chart. You want a lot of confirmations. You just feel like you did something wrong. One thing I always advise all you guys as our students is that if you are forced to go back on a trade time and time and again, this means you have done something that's really wrong. For an example, if you are in a relationship and your girlfriend, or rather your boyfriend, wants to see your phone, and you actually don't want to give them your phone, or you kind of being dodgy towards that movement, it automatically shows that there's something you're doing wrong. But if there was something that you're not doing that's wrong, if there was nothing that you're doing wrong, you would actually give out that phone purely, and you would never stress about it. But for the fact that you're stressing about it, it shows that there's something that's really wrong. That's the same thing in trading. If you place a trade and it makes you to go back in the chart quite often, automatically must tell you that you have done something wrong. You actually first step that you need to be comfortable with the trades that you take.
Okay.
Yeah, you need to be comfortable with the trade that you take. You need to be able to run trades without you even going back to them or whatever. You need to be in a trade whereby losses don't actually scare you. One question you should ask yourself: how you take losses, is it the same way that you take winning trades? If it's not, then there's something that you're doing wrong. You need to work around your way of succeeding in trading, or rather following each of FL's Good mentors way of approaching the trading market. Then you're gonna set yourself up for success. I don't know if I'm making sense.
Yeah. Yeah, of course you do. I took my notes, but I think that I will take your advice, which is to book for the course also, just to make sure that I did an additional punishment.
Okay.
Just to make sure that I'm not just walking on the dark. I need to see the road properly, because this is the future, and the future is now.
Okay, sir, no problem. I appreciate you, sir. Stay safe. Corona is real.
Thank you, sir. Bye.
Inam Makalima.
Hello, sir.
How are you, sir?
I'm good. How are you?
No, I'm good too, sir. How can I help you today?
Sorry, sir. I have a problem with my psychology.
Yes, sir.
So I started trading like to here for the first time for like about Forex. It was about in June this year.
It was about what?
So like to hear about Forex from the start.
Yes, sir.
So I started watching YouTube videos and practicing on a demo and doing all the stuff. So on my first account, like I knew what I was looking for, because I was told that go and look for price action. Don't look for systems. Don't look for indicators. Just go for price action.
True.
So I went there for price action. I watched your videos, like all the codes videos.
Yes, sir.
So I'll try to practice what you were saying. And around September, I think I saw myself fit. So I deposited around 3,000 rands. And then that 3,000 rands, like I was applying the rules. I've already prepared my trading plan and all the stuff. So that 30K, I took it to 35K on my first ever trade, like for the first time trading my real account.
Yes, sir.
And then after that, I think it was on Friday in the morning around 3 a.m. when I saw that, okay, I'm on 35K profit.
Yes,
so
sir.
I took out all those profits, like I closed. And then after that, like I was like, yes, I'm the king. I was like, yes, I am the king. So I said, okay. So the price, like it was a buy on NASDAQ. It was a buy. So I said, I know the price is gonna sell. So let me use one lot size. Like I opened, I think more than 15 positions, because it was like a barcode. There was nothing called barcode, so I didn't know that much about barcode. So I wanted to barcode too because I felt like, okay, I'm having a big account. I barcoded. And then in the morning, around 8, when I wake up, I was like, zero.
What the hell?
Zero. From 35K to zero. And I was like, even that week, I was like, I was always sleeping because I was broke, because I took that 3K. It was my allowance from my parents. I took it out combined with my NSFAS allowance. I was like, yes, yes. So around October. So I said, no, okay, because after I went back on my demo account, and then I started again, and I saw like where I went wrong. And then again around October, I said, okay, let me fund with just $30. So I funded with that $30. And then after that, I took that $30 to $100. And then after I took that $100, so I said to myself, okay, if you make profits, bro, if you double account, withdraw. Okay, I withdraw it. And then again, it went to $250. When it was there, another thing again, I became excited, and then I increased the lot size because I was like, yeah, and you see now I see the progress. I blew that 250. And then I refunded that. I refunded that $60 again, and I blew it again. So now I have money on me. I'm thinking about your fund, but first I was like, let me just talk to you because I saw your videos. One of your videos are like, how did FX goals help you and all the stuff, telling people that like your knowledge was scattered, like you had step 4 on step number 1. I have something like that because I know the patterns, I know everything about price action. But the problem is my psychology, because when I win, I become overexcited. I don't have fear, I don't have emotions. I just do it over excitement, and then I lose. So I would love you to help me, like how I deal with my wins when I'm winning, like how can I relax, because there's that thing that say,
You
no,
want me
bro,
to
you're
give
gonna
you
be
advice?
winning.
Let me cut you short. You want me to give you advice?
Yes.
Stop being overexcited. You papa.
Yeah.
Like the honesty. Now, not in a bad way. I'm just making a joke out of it. Like, to be
Yeah.
honest with you, and as much as you explaining it, I can hear you are a great trader. The problem is you just allow the winds to get to your head. Trust me, bro. As long as you see, God will never give you a million because they know when you get it, you're gonna blow it because you are excited. God needs to, even the market is like that. It needs to build your character to know not to overuse money just because you have it.
Yes.
Do you see, making an example, we as FX Go, when you look at traders, a lot of traders that are successful, you would notice that they would buy a car. Let me just make an example. They would buy a GTI. After a GTI, they will sell the GTI and buy a A45. After the A45, they will sell that A45, buy an M4. After that M4, they will sell the M4, buy the M something. They keep buying the same cars, all of them. But look at what FS Gold did. FS Gold bought the first cars, right? And then now the process of the second car started. And look at the second car. The second cars are only supercars. What I'm trying to tell you is that just because you're making money, it doesn't mean that you can afford everything. Not actually afford everything. It doesn't mean that you are willing to buy everything. It's the same thing that happens to you. Just because you are making money in trading, it doesn't mean that you need to over risk. You still got to approach the market the same way as you would approach it if you have 3,000. For an example, probably on that 3,000, you would place trades, probably like 3 trades, 4, 5 maximum. But now the minute it becomes 35,000, you are thinking, fuck, if I actually put like 10 positions, you do the barcode trading. I told you guys on my YouTube video about this barcode thing of yours. Stop barcoding. Hey, you will cry. Me, I won't be out here telling you that the market will be nice. The true fact is, guys, the market was formed to take money away from us. So if you allow yourself to give the market money, you're gonna make the market makers and the brokers rich, and you'll stay broke. and us will keep on eating the brokers' money that you actually guys gave to them. So the true fact is, I can hear you are a great trader. Stick to being a great trader, but now learn a bit more about actually managing your emotions and psychology. How do you do that? Let me be honest with you. Number one, you need to learn gratitude. Now, how do you start with gratitude? Gratitude is actually you, if you make that 35,000, withdraw your initial deposit, or withdraw at least out of that 35,000, withdraw at least 80,000, leave 5,000, so that your mind keeps functioning like a person who has a small account. Because I won't lie to you, man, it also happens to me that the minute I remember there's a YouTube, not YouTube actually, Instagram post I made. I was running on 10,000 something USD profits. And as I was running like that, because I just withdrew that 100K that I was playing with there on the video, I started being excited, and I never thought about the trades that I was taking. I just went impulsive. If you notice on that video, there's trades that are actually on some rates and stuff like that. Those were the trades that I didn't take because I wanted to. I just like took them because I was bored. That was because the money got into my head. But then if I'm gonna teach you how to do money management, but I don't do it, it shows I might be fake. But that's what I actually cut those trades and actually started running with trades that are profitable. My advice to you is, brother, when you, after making profits, withdraw some certain portion of that amount and at least leave your initial deposit, or take off your initial deposit and play with profits, because that's how you're going to detach your emotions from the account. But if you keep on trading, and just because you're saying the account is big, you can increase risk, you're going to buy code, hey neighbor, you're going to buy a car when I'm a grandfather, hey, you will buy a house when I'm a grandfather, you will do everything. Actually, you will be able to do things for yourself. I don't know when. It'll just make you're going to be depressed, man. You know, you know Forex depression. Hey, there's nothing as painful as Forex blowing an account. I can see breakups. If my girlfriend dumps me after blowing an account, I don't give a shit. But hey, my bro, blowing an account is too much, guys. So make sure that your psychology behind making money is fixed and actually quite good enough for you to be able to set your mindset in the proper state. That answer you.
Oh, okay, thank you. I'll take your advice, and I'm gonna.
All right.
I'm gonna
Nah, don't worry, bro. You are a great trader. The way I'm listening to you. You are a great trader. You just need to manage yourself with regarding how to make money. Stay safe, Corona Israel.
Okay, thank you, God.
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
Whew, I'm tired. Anita, how are you, Anita? Anita. Okay, guys, Anita is no longer here, so I'll just skip her. Her or him, I'm not sure. Is it a her or him? Kaya. Kaya, unjani?
Shapo kunjani, my brother?
Nah, I'm good, man. I'm pretty good. How can we help you today?
Sure. Actually, I'm on your signals group. Yeah,
Yes,
it's
sir.
good paid signals. Apa ku Telegram, yabo. Yeah, initially nangena signals, yabo, and then I saw the signals don't work for me because it's very interesting. Your trading is very interesting. I made an analogy earlier on that everything is based on human psychology. Even the market itself, you go to the doctor, it's a human psychology. You go to the doctor, it's a professional, it's a placebo effect. Right? I went to the doctor told me if I take this medication will work. That's a placebo effect enough. Everything is psychology. You go to the market, everything. So yeah, trading is psychology. Lotto, I don't gamble. But yeah, a lot of people say trading is gambling. I don't gamble, but trading is also human, but an interesting one. So yeah, the FS Good Signals group, yeah, I get a signal, and then I I went, it doesn't work well for me. So yeah, this mentorship, yeah, is good in a way that I can see how people analyze the market and everything, you know, back and forth and all of that, and how you guys break it down. The first video, you know, I had a question, but you answered my question with the first guy you picked up. But then the last thing you said is discipline. So would you elaborate when you say on discipline? Because I know that the FX good they are based on trends and trends strategy. That's the most strategy that works for you guys. And I've seen how you analyze the market. It's a trends and trends, really. You know, breakout, correction. It's either correction to the downside, correction to the upside, and then obviously there'll be a breakout, and then there's that big trend line, you know, that's overlooking the market. So yeah, discipline. You said discipline because yeah, I really feel that I like that. When it comes to trading. Discipline. So discipline that will incorporate trends in trend strategy that is mostly used here at FX School Strategy. Break it down. What would you mean by that?
Yeah, you have said a lot in a short space period of time. Like, okay, so if we solve that, so how I'm actually hearing you asking me how to keep up with discipline in trading. Is that your question?
Yes.
Okay.
Based on this strategy that we deal with here at FX Code Institute, you know, which is a trends and trend strategy. So you got to build your discipline, you know. I always have a big stop losses. For example, there's this trends GBP, JPY. I've been on earlier last week. It was one moment down to 800. I trade in ZARs 800, and then now currently right now I think it's on 300 or something. Yeah, you know, discipline. And then I've seen, you know, I don't want to close it. I've been making, you know, I've been opening other trends in between because I have a margin, a huge margin that's open. I've been, you know, making profits, but there's these trades that I'm holding, and then I really know that discipline would have really helped. Yeah.
Yes, sir. Now I hear you, my brother. I like how you speak. You speak like my pastor because when I listen to you, I can actually understand what you want. And I love you for that, my brother. You understand me.
I get you.
Yeah, but jokes aside, man, jokes aside. Okay, to be quite honest with you, you know, when it comes to discipline, it's more like you must understand that cheating, nothing happens in the dark and will never show in the light. Even if you are a torty, even if you kill people, but at the end, it's gonna show on the light. But Obama, they're gonna catch you one day, right? So it's the same thing as in trading. In trading, how you discipline yourself, you gotta have rules. Unless you have rules, you need to not cheat them. If you cheat them, you actually signing up for losing because you're cheating your rules. So that's where discipline comes in. For an example, we all as men go through a stage whereby it's a cheating stage. You would date this girl, cheat on them. Date this one, cheat on them. Date this one, cheat on them. But then, up until you come with a rule in your head to say, you know what, cheating doesn't work, but it just makes you increase the number of people you engage with, or rather say, it's something that actually affects your mindset towards dedicating to one person and compounding and building something with them. That's when you're becoming disciplined. But the minute you're going to say, okay, let me step out a bit, that's when you're going to start again cheating. So discipline is only one step away of your front eyes. You just got to say it and dedicate. That's how you can deal with discipline. In trading, if you say you're not trading on Friday, never cheated. You never cheated. Even no matter how good the market is looking, but if you say to yourself, I'm not trading on Mondays or Fridays, stick to it, no matter how good it might look. Just because, just an example, just because facing Katie looks better than your girlfriend, or I'm just making an example, don't take it on, no offense. Maybe just facing Katie looks better than your girlfriend. It doesn't mean that facing Katie has what it takes to be a wife. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's the same thing as in the market. If you say I'm not trading on Friday, just because on Friday there's a good looking setup, it doesn't mean that setup is gonna be a profitable setup. So that's how discipline is actually dedicating to the rules that you set for yourself. And then coming to the FX Gold strategy, we actually on our course have 4 strategies. It's strategy from TP, strategy from M, strategy from Jack, and strategy from me. The reason why is because we all use the FX Gold strategy, but we apply it differently. So probably on that GJ trade, I'm not really sure which one you're talking about because we all have different signal pages. So you might have got that one, I might have got this one, might have got that one, but we all use different strategies. And as much as it might look like we are actually trading the same, our strategy is the same, but how we apply it is different. M's trades, zones, and breakouts, I think. And then TP trades, trends and trends. And then Jaguar is a scalper, he's an in and out person. And then I'm a swing trader and I use chart patterns and zones. So I focus more on the data. So you see, we are 4 people trading the same thing, but we just apply it differently. That's how you need to also find yourself around it. Just because we're giving you an FX Gold strategy, we're not saying trade like Andy. We're not saying trade like Im's No Limits. We're not saying trade like Tapelo. We're not saying trade like Java. We are saying to you how you can apply our strategy, use it the best way that it can benefit you. That's what we mean. Just because I'm giving a signal saying JPY, it's a buy, it doesn't mean you need to look at it as a buy as well. What if when you analyze, you see it as a sell? That's the same thing that you gotta have. I remember in my first times when I started trading, not that signals don't work. Signals do work, my brother. It just depends on how you view signals. How I viewed signals was I used to take signals that we're gonna be losing, and the ones that we're gonna win is the ones that I wouldn't take. And that was stupid of me. It's more like you becoming a professional signal taker than taking signal. There's a person you might send the first signal, they won't take it. Send the second, they won't take it. But the minute they see you making money with these signals that they are giving, that's when you're like, okay, oh shit, let me enter the one they're gonna give me. Only to find out that the one they're gonna give next is gonna be a losing trade. And then you would start believing they're fake, you would start believing they're wrong, they've been teaching whatever. So it's basically all about psychology. As you said, my brother, when you go to the hospital, that's how it is. You understand now?
Yeah, I get you. I uploaded a pic of that chart. It's a 4-hour chart just to say just to have a snap look of what I'm talking about. Yeah, but yeah, I feel you. Thank you, my brother.
Okay, thank you so much. I appreciate it. Stay safe. Corona is real.
Awesome.
Whew. Okay. Tibos, Tabo. I asked you to unmute right there. I asked you to unmute.
Yes.
How are you, sir?
Hello. Sure. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you properly.
All right. So what I wanted to ask is, because I'm suffering from the same thing of psychology, like I just want to know, like, how many trades do you place, like, every day? And the other thing, I just want to know, like, irregardless of patterns and trends, what are the things that you look at mostly? Is that mere fundamentals, or you just trade your strategy based on trends, or what do you call this thing, patterns? And then the other thing that I just want to ask is, like from Monday to Friday, like which day is it? Is it the best day where you can say, like, I can play straight, or maybe on Friday you don't play straight, or Monday you don't play straight, or maybe you normally trade on Tuesday because of me the market it's moving nicely. I don't know. So I just want to like the clarification on that, and how many trades do you place every day?
Okay, answering your question, let me answer Anita first. Anita, you asking if I skipped you. Yes, I did skip you because I unmuted you 3 times, if not 4, and you never responded to me. So that's why I skipped you, because I asked you to unmute and I attended to you, you never got back to me. So we move forward. Not everybody wants attention and all of that. Okay, coming back to you, Tabo.
Yes, sir.
To be honest with you, there's no, okay, it's actually about a personality. Like, when it comes to trading, man, you find yourself around the market. The market doesn't find itself around you. For an example, the reason why I don't trade on Mondays is because I saw it doesn't work for me, because I get a lot of stop loss hands. I get I get a lot of things. I actually get a lot of losses on Mondays and Fridays. So that's why I actually ended up cutting trading on Mondays and Fridays. So with you, you have to test it first. You gotta test it first if it works. If it doesn't, then stay away from it. What if you only notice that you actually don't have to trade on Tuesdays or Wednesdays, or you don't have to take trades on Thursdays? What if your bad days are actually Wednesdays and Thursdays and you don't know? You wouldn't know up until you test. So you gotta give yourself time to test. That is why we have things like back testing. That's why we have things like trade management and trade analysis and learning and all of that, right? That's me answering your first question. So second question, you said how many trades do I take in a week? Is that right?
Yes.
So on a Sunday, I actually have what I call I set my top 10 that I'm going to be looking for in a week. I'm not saying the one that I'm going to be trading in a week. It's the markets that I'll be actually looking for in a week. Let me just make an example about 3: USD CAD, GBP/USD, and NASDAQ. If I'm going to say I'm going to look at GBP/USD, USD CAD, and NASDAQ from Monday to Friday, I'm going to stick to it. I'm just going to look on Monday. How's USD CAD on Monday? How's GBP/USD on Monday? How's NASDAQ on Monday? If they're all bad, I won't trade. But then amongst these 3, and it's a Tuesday, and they show opportunity, I'm going to enter. Even on Wednesday, if they still show me scaling opportunity, I'm going to enter. It's like I dedicated. Remember, I said you must have rules. My rules is if I set my top 10 for the week, I only focus on that top 10. And if I won't cheat it by, let me just make an example. Out of my top 10, there was no NZD USD. I won't force myself to put it on my top 10 just because I'm seeing a great setup. What if I'm inviting bad energy from a bad trade on top of my top 10? So I just maneuver around the top 10 I've set for myself in order to make sure that I profit from the market. Does that make sense?
All right, yeah. So I just wanted to ask another thing. Like, do you check for correlation in terms of pairs, or I don't know, like maybe let's say for instance, when GBP/USD is going up. And
okay. Long story cut short, my brother. I can actually hear correlation. I know pair correlation. Pair correlation, I used to believe at first, until my experience as time goes by. I noticed it's not actually like that most of the time. One thing, that's why I ended up shutting down the pair correlation thing, because it doesn't actually work. I noticed that GBP/USD might be buying, but Euro/USD might be selling. And then I asked myself, how? Because these things, both of them, they are against the USD. If USD is both weak, this means both pairs need to buy. But until I noticed, just because GBP/USD is buying, Euro/USD doesn't mean it needs to buy. Because what if at that time, GBP is actually a strongest currency than USD, and only Euro/USD is the weak currency on USD. Euro is actually weaker than USD. That's when I was like, oh, so it actually depends on the currency, not on the pair correlation, not on the pair. When I say pair, I mean GBP/USD. But when I say currency, I mean on Euro, on USD, on GBP, on CAD, on this, on that. So you need to understand what's the economy or the economic state of Euro when it's against USD at that time. What is the currency state of GBP when it's against USD at that time? Am I making sense?
Okay, all right. So you don't bet the two, like the other one is going up, then you say buy, the other one is
Nah,
going down, and then or
nah.
you just take
If
one.
if I see a buy on USD, I'm gonna place a buy. And if I'm seeing a sell on Euro USD, I'm gonna place a sell. If I'm seeing a sell on USD, I'm gonna place a sell. This pair correlation thing, nah.
All right, all right. So the other one that I want to ask,
Yo, bro,
how does
I'll have to cut your question short because I have a lot of people I need to attend to. I have a lot of people to attend to, so I can't give you the whole question time, sir. I'm sorry, I have to cut you short, man.
all right, but thanks, bro. At least
Okay,
I've learned something. Cheers.
no problem. Stay safe, sir. Maybe we'll attend to just ask the question on Discord, mate, and we'll help you with all the answers.
All right, all right.
Okay, Anita, I'm back on you again. How are you?
Hey, good evening, bro.
How are you, man?
I'm good, man. Sorry, that was my girl's.
Yeah, you must stop sleeping. When I pointed you, you must stop sleeping. What's
I
going
wasn't
on?
sleep, I wasn't sleeping. That's my girl's name. I didn't know I was Anita. I was
Okay.
like, who's Anita? My name is
Okay.
Prince.
All right, no
My name is
problem.
Prince. Yeah, so I want to ask. So as of last week, I deposited around $500 in my account. I grew it to 1,005, and I blew it.
Yes.
So I was wondering what, because basically before I joined this program, I trade gold news. That's USD. I trade just only gold and just USD news. So whenever news comes out, I take my trades. You get? So, and I also use DXY, that dollar index, to gauge the gold price movement. I think as at last week, if gold was bullish, it's meant to be a sell for DXY. But last week it was going both ways. The DXY is bullish, gold is bullish. Are you following?
Yeah, I'm listening, sir.
So DXY is bullish, gold is bullish, and I went the opposite direction and blew my account. So I was thinking, since I can't have forex management managing that account, so I went to ask for your advice. Using a prop firm, is it advisable for growing your discipline in trading? Because prop firm have their rules which you have to follow. So I think I should swing in that direction to discipline myself when it comes to trading. What's the advice on that?
Okay, sir. You are speaking in parables for a second right there. So please be specific with the question that you're asking. What's your question?
My question is, what's your advice
Mm-hmm.
on working with prop firms? That
On
is
what? I
based
can't
on
hear you.
what's your advice on traders working with prop firms like FTMO and forex funds, for example?
Broker traders that working with what?
I said, what's your advice on working, like trading with prop firms like FTMO?
Oh, okay. It's actually good. I would say that it's good because it's gonna boost your capital. So that would be my advice. Because imagine if you trade 100K from FTMO and then you withdraw the funds. This means you get a chance to actually fund your own account instead of growing someone else's money. Does that make sense?
Yeah, but I mean in terms of discipline, because FTM will have their own rules.
To be honest with you, like I feel like when it comes to money that's not yours, automatically your emotions are actually detached. You will never attach to something or to money that's not even yours. For an example, look at a demo. How you react on a demo, probably you place a trade and forget about it. if you don't get it, forget about it. So yeah, you just forget about it. Only to realize that when you open the MetaTrader 4
profits
in 4 weeks, yeah, you are in profits. You understand? So it's the same thing I feel about FTMO and all these trading firms. It's just like if there's less emotion, there's no emotions attached. Like I won't lie to you, my brother. There's no emotions attached. Just approach it, grow the money, let them give you your 50%, then get out of there. and fund your different account and start growing. I'm actually gonna make an FTMO challenge for my YouTube channel as well, just to show you that now these people are just like, yeah.
Okay, okay. I think that was all. That's good.
Okay, so stay safe. Corona is real.
Yeah.
Oh, guys, I'm so sorry. I'll have to take the last person because the hour into the session is now coming to an end. Who are we taking? Who are we taking? Who are we taking? Who are we taking? Mamba self-made. Mamba self-made.
Sure, my brother.
How are you, sir?
I'm good, thanks to yourself.
I'm good, man. I'm good. Yes, sir.
Yeah, it feels good to talk to a millionaire.
I appreciate it, man. I appreciate it. Thank you.
Yeah, it really shows that I'm getting there actually.
Well, actually, sir, you actually need to pass me.
Pardon?
You actually need to pass me. You need to be a quadrillionaire.
Yes. That's
sir.
true, my brother.
How can I help you today?
Okay, I just got only 2 questions, ne? Thanks, I'm the chosen one. I appreciate it actually. My brother, I've got 2 questions, ne? For an example, let's say I want to practicalize this, ne? Let's say you have 1,000 rand to fund your account, right?
Yes, sir.
We have 1,000 rand to fund your account. I want you to tell me what will you recommend actually funding your account with 1,000 rand. What lot size are you gonna use? And again, leverage. Just tell me how can you manage that?
First things first, I'll tell you is that I don't really advise small accounts funding, man. Like I always mention this all the time. Like budget the money, bro. Like you have 1,000, you want to fund it for what? Because it's risky on itself. You get what I'm saying? Like
yes.
That's for my sake, though. I don't know. I wouldn't answer. Maybe that question we can actually direct to one of the Zoom sessions with either IMS, TP, or Jeba, or any other mentor. Maybe they'll be able to answer it in the way that you wish to. But when it comes to me, I don't actually advise 1,000 rand accounts, because we live in a world whereby in the forex market, when it's a ZAR account, it's more volatile than a USD account. They don't move the same. Like, I think you have noticed this as well. When a ZAR account runs, it runs. You can actually lose 1,000 out of one trade. But when you're on a USD, it's a bit chilled, man. Like the volatility on that one shows how strengthened the USD is. So with leverage, obviously on leverage, I would want it's always choosing the maximum one, which is 1:500, right? And when trading 1,000 account, it's a bit risky, man. For me, maybe it's because I don't know how to trade small accounts. Because remember, even on my YouTube video, I've said this, like, when I started trading, yes, I might have started with these small accounts, but the minute I saw how to break through, I started with the big account. I was like 3,000 rands at least, 5,000 rands at least. That's when you can actually make profits that actually satisfy you. Because if you fund 1,000, you'll make 200 and you'll probably be greedy or something. And then you'll start now getting into your head and all of that. But I don't really advise small accounts. I won't lie to you, brother. That's why that question is a bit hard.
I get you, my brother.
Sir.
So actually, for you, which leverage is the best? Actually,
1:500.
1:500, ne?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Thanks a lot. I appreciate it. I've got the second question, the last one, ne?
Okay.
When are you gonna cover fundamentals? When I remember probably, actually, there was this other video of yours. You guys were interviewed on XNES, ne? Broker.
Sir.
So what I've learned, what I've heard from you guys, my mentors, I've heard that the market predictions, the technical directions, actually, I can say the direction comes from the technical analysis. And then fundamental analysis is actually the one that creates a volatility. I don't know if maybe I've heard that very well.
Yes, sir.
So actually, I've got a lot of questions to ask upon fundamental analysis. So when are you going to cover that, please?
Come back a bit. Repeat the question.
when are you gonna cover fundamental analysis? Like sort of, for example, those apps, investing.com, CNPC, etc. When are you gonna cover that? Maybe I've got questions on that.
I'll let Litao and Ferguson cover on that one, because I remember there's this name of those type of traders that look at news and technical at the same time. They call them is it, I think it's in something. It's S something. I forgot about it. It's cinematic trader or something like that. I'll get the name. Sentimental. Yeah, it's sentimental. Thanks to Kaonga as Teacher K. There's been a sentimental trader. Sentimental traders is actually people who look at news before actually applying their technical. Me, I'm a swing trader. I don't look at news because I know I have this thing that news create volatility, not direction. Just because last week gold bought because of news, it doesn't mean this week is gonna buy as well, especially because of news. Nah, it's different. Like news just bring that high volatility in the market and then it's done. Then you can actually start choosing a direction again and all of that. But I'll actually, by tomorrow, probably will be given. I'll ask Litabo and Ferguson on their session to actually apply that and include that, because they are actually the ones that know a lot about these CNBC things and all of that.
Yes.
Okay, so stay safe, much love, peace and happiness.
Okay, thanks a lot, my brother.
Sir. Ndiyatshona guys, yini umkhathala ndinixelele. Nah, man, you know, I just love bluffing, man. I just love making jokes. Guys, I'm taking the last person. Because, yeah, I'm taking the last person. iPhone. I don't see your name. I just see iPhone. Nacy AJ. How's it, my brother? I can see you smiling. You are eating Smarties. FX Gold, off of building, yes, sir. iPhone is not responding, guys. So I'm pass me. I don't play. Tepang Bodumeli. Tepang Bodumeli. Bodumeli. Yeah.
Yes, sir.
How are you, sir?
I'm good, and you?
I'm pretty good, man. I'm pretty good. How can I help you?
Yeah, so finally I got the chance to speak to you. Because most of the mentors have been saying that you're the psychology master. So finally,
the king of private action and the king of psychology.
You know what it means, man.
Yes, sir.
It's just been with confidence, basically. Like I can find good entries, I can find proper points, but it's just that fear with ish. I blew so much, you know. Am I willing to again blow again and whatever? And besides backtesting and demo, it's just that engagement with that fear in that moment to just say buy when I need to buy or sell when I need to sell. And also how to react to it even when the trade is running, and how to actually change my mindset from, ish, what if I'm losing? Ish, what if I'm winning? You know, it's just those few things that I find kind of challenging on my side. So what would you say? I'm saying that you see when I'm trading, the things that I struggle with are sometimes it's just confidence, I would say, because I would know where to buy or I'd know where to sell, or I would feel confident as if this would be a sell. But I'm also scared again to say, what if I jump into the trade and I end up losing the capital I have? Or what if it doesn't go in the direction I anticipated? How do you deal with it?
The problem is your psychology. How do you lose even before you place a trade? It just doesn't make sense. Automatically, you are a loser even before you place a trade. That's where it gets affected. You know that the first watch is actually your mind and your heart. What you think and what you say, or rather what you believe, is actually what's going to happen. So automatically, if you get into a room of athletes, you're about to do 100 meters, and then you see Usain Bolt and all these big people, and automatically you would think, you say to yourself, I have lost. You're gonna lose because it has squashed your personality, He has squashed your confidence and all of that. So the first thing you need to do, Tepang, when you go to the market,
Yes,
say
sir.
today we're killing the markets. That's how it is. Today we're gonna be killing. And as I'm analyzing NASDAQ right now, I'm gonna make money, and it won't be a long story again. It will be a short story. Does it make sense? Like,
Yes, it does.
you are killed by your own psychology without even applying technical or fundamentals or anything. Your mindset is the one that kills you even before you can start doing such things. Because and now what scares me is you're gonna end up being a chartist. Remember on the tours I was talking about chartists. There's people who just analyze the market and has never placed even a single trade. We have those people, we call them chartists. You only analyze and look at the market. When you always like this series of analyze, you must trade, you must place, you must analyze and trade, my brother. We don't want to make fake people here. You must trade, 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 and trade. So the first thing you gotta say is to say, this week it's a Monday and we're gonna be killing the market. Let's get it. That's why all the time we always post that I'm a certified trader, a new week, new day, new what. That's how you motivate yourself. You already what do you call it? You already speak to the universe that you want wins only. So you must start doing that as well. You must start believing you are the beast. That's what I'm always saying. I'm the king of price action and I'm a king of psychology. Bring all the million traders in the world and you say, let's go to chart analysis, let's go to chart breakdowns and whatever, my king. I'll definitely probably place number one right there. So,
Right.
yeah, so that your mindset, you have to have a winner's mindset. That's how it is. Pure, straight, and black.
Thanks, bro.
You're welcome, my brother. Stay safe, Corona Israel.
Yeah, bro.
Yes,
Thanks.
sir. Okay, guys, that brings us to the end of our session. And much love, peace, and happiness. Nonetheless, FX Coach, your mentor, signing out. I'll share this tomorrow morning. Bye, guys. Back.